Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another build video. So I actually have a build tour for you guys today because I did this renovation off camera. I've been working on it for a little while. It took me a little while. It's not that big of a house, but I just started working on it off camera, and so now here we are. We're gonna do a build tour today. But we're back in this neighborhood right here, Courtyard Lane. So if you guys are new here, I'm currently trying to renovate all of Willow Creek, and it is a slow process, but this will be our second house in this particular neighborhood. So today I'm going to show you guys the renovation of Riverside Roost. So this is a 30 by 20 lot. It says it's worth about 39,000 simoleons. I didn't remember it being that much. I thought it was 35,000 for some reason, but I don't know. Anyway, the description of it says this modified double shotgun has plenty of space for a comfort and entertaining. For what? Wait a second. This modified double shotgun has plenty of space for a comfort and entertaining. I don't know if that's supposed to say that. That seems weird. Maybe I'm just reading it wrong. Anyway, we're gonna just jump right into it. I'm gonna move Johnny Zest in so that we can go into the build and do the build tour. First things first is the original house. I'm gonna take you guys through the original house. It's not gonna take very long because it is a kind of sad little house, to be honest. It's very empty. Here it is. This is it on the outside. And yeah, like most base game houses, it's a bit sad. It's yellow. It kind of looks like a beige brownish right now, but that is a yellow wallpaper. And then as you guys can see, the doors and the windows are yellow as well. I didn't really like the roofing of this house, and so when you guys see my renovation, you'll see that I made some changes to the roofing. I also think that I may have moved this area, this top area, up a little bit. Like I moved it over this way. And then with these two porches, I ended up kind of extending this bottom porch to make that look a little bit better, but I don't even know why I'm telling you guys that right now. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, so let's just start the tour. Another thing that I really didn't like about this house though is that it has two front doors. So you guys can see this one, and we've got this one over here, and it leads into the same room. And I didn't like that, but I don't know a lot about architecture, so I looked up what a double shotgun house was. I kind of learned what a shotgun style house was from the Rendell Rose house, but a double shotgun, I wasn't sure what that meant. Why is there two front doors? And so basically all I did was a quick Google search, so this may be completely wrong. Feel free to let me know if it is, but I saw that a lot of times with shotguns, double shotguns, I guess, where you would have two front doors, it would actually be kind of a duplex situation where there would be two living areas, like two different families could live in that house, if that makes sense, which that does make sense for having two front doors. That would make perfect sense. I also saw somebody else give the explanation that there was a time when people would have funerals in their houses, and when they had funerals in their houses, you would enter through one door and then you would exit through another door. But if I'm being honest, I feel like that would be a strange reason to build a house that way. I don't think that makes sense. I understand if you're having a funeral and you have two doors utilizing that, but I mean, did people really build houses specifically for that reason? I don't know, you guys. They probably did. Who knows? But here you guys can see the two front doors. They lead into the exact same place, the exact same room, and that just bugged me so badly. So I will go on and tell you guys that I did actually turn my renovation into a duplex, because now with the Sims 4 for Rent expansion pack, we actually can have two different households living on the same lot. So I kind of changed the floor plan around a little bit and turned it into two separate units. So you guys will see that. But over here we have a chess table. Here's the living room. It's a bit sad. I think this little table is actually outdoor furniture, so I don't even know why that's in here, but I don't think it looks good. So the living room got a major update. And then over here, you guys have already kind of seen this as we came inside, but we have a dining table, very small, and then this red bookcase, and I thought that was really ugly. I'm sorry if you guys like this bookcase. I'm sure there's a place for it, but I feel like it didn't match this house at all. I just felt like it was a strange choice. So now I'm going to take you guys into the kitchen, and this is when I feel like things start getting a bit weird, because the kitchen has blue tile, and there's blue tiles in a few different places in the house, and there's one bedroom that has blue walls, but everything else has a very green theme or brown, other than the random red bookcase. So I felt like that was weird. I ended up going with a really earthy theme. But down here we have the first bedroom and the first bathroom. We also have a very empty hallway, which this is an empty house originally. Nobody's living here, so I kind of get why there's not a lot of furniture. Also, I'm going to show you guys the side porch really quickly. It's empty. There's nothing impressive happening out here. We have this little decoration. I'm not even totally sure what that is. Yeah, that's the side porch. Very unimpressive, but you can walk out to the sidewalk walk and get into the neighborhood that way. So now I'm going to take you guys into the first bedroom. So to me, this was like a primary bedroom because it's on the first floor by the kitchen and the living room. It's also a very big bedroom, but it's got a single bed in it. Also, this is the blue bedroom as well. So you guys can see the furniture is green, but the walls are blue, and I just don't feel like it looks good. But we have a single bed and we have a little desk, but it's a massive bedroom. It's very big. We also have a few chairs over here and a little lamp, but that's the first bedroom. Now I'm going to take you guys into the first bathroom, which bathrooms are usually pretty boring anyway, even after my renovations. The only thing about this bathroom is like, why is the toilet paper roll all the way up here? I feel like it's way too high. And then the shower is over here as well. All right, so that's the first floor. Now we're going to head up this kind of creepy, really dark staircase. But up here, you see these two doors. So this is another bedroom and another bathroom, but it's kind of like this landing space as well. You have a bit of a hallway. And at this point, with it being a family house, that makes perfect sense. So you go into this room and you see a little bathroom. Blue, I might add, blue and green. I don't know. I just don't think it looks good together. I don't like it. But just another bathroom, nothing super fancy. And then I'm going to take you guys into the last bedroom. So this bedroom actually has the double bed. So I feel like this kind of actually would be the primary bedroom, but for some reason in my mind, it would actually be the one downstairs. Either way, it doesn't matter because I turn it into a duplex anyway. So each bedroom is separate. They're both kind of the primary bedroom after my renovation. But here is how it's looking. It's got a bit of older furniture and stuff. And then this bedroom also has a little balcony, a little private balcony out here, which is also empty as well. But that is how the house looks originally. So now I'm going to go in and place down my renovation and I'm going to show you how it looks now. All right, here it is. I actually just realized that I forgot to press play, so Johnny wasn't able to wander around. I'm going to set him free. But here is the new Riverside Roost house. You guys, I'm kind of proud of it. I do think that the interior is a very similar style to what I usually build with, which is probably why I like it. But I don't usually build with a lot of yellow. I mean, I don't really like yellow exteriors, so I was kind of proud of the way this one turned out. I used the horse ranch wallpaper so that it was a little bit brighter than the one that was originally on the house. You can actually tell that it's yellow now. But yeah, here's how it's looking. I'm going to show you guys the outside really quickly. As you guys can see, we have a little garden area. Like I said, I turned it into a duplex, so I have an apartment mailbox from the for rent pack. We also have some garbage cans out here as well. And then let me scoot back here and I'm going to show you guys the back because I did change the roofing back here. I changed the roofing to match the front of the build, and I did tweak the roofing a little bit, but I didn't completely change it because I wanted to stay true to the original house, even though it's not my particular style of roofing. Like, I tend to go a little bit more suburban, but I also extended out this porch here as well, so I changed that little area because I didn't like how straight it was, so I added a whole little roof piece right there. But I think we're ready to head on inside. So I'm going to take you on the downstairs unit first. There's basically a downstairs unit and an upstairs unit, but here's our front porch. Okay, you guys, let me tell you who I kind of built this for. So in my mind, because it was an empty house, I had to kind of come up with a story to help me out when I was decorating. So I put this little chess table out in the front because I was thinking maybe the person who owned this house is a grandmother, specifically a grandmother. I don't know why, but that's what I had in my head. And maybe she had this home. It was a family home for a lot of years, but her family has grown up and they've moved out, and maybe she's even lost her partner or her spouse and she's here alone now. So she decided to make it into a duplex, whatever. Maybe the house was already structured like that in our imagination. But anyway, she decided to rent out the unit upstairs. And in my mind, the person who lives upstairs is a younger sim, but they have a lot in common and they get along really well. And in my mind, at the end of the day, when they both get done with their work or whatever they do all day, they come down here and they play chess on the front porch and they kind of talk and have a nice time. And I just really thought that was cute. But anyway, I felt like this first part of the house that you guys are going to see, this area is the grandmother's area. It's the main part of the house, so this is where she lives. And we start out in the living room. It looks a lot smaller because I moved the stairs from where they were way back over there. I moved them up a little bit closer to that other door, and then I closed off that area. So these units are completely separate. You have to go outside the house to get into into one of the other units. But here's the living room. I feel like it's quite nice. It's very, very cluttered, but in my mind, this grandmother Sim, liked books. Like maybe she worked with education somehow. Maybe she was some kind of researcher. I don't know any of that. I didn't think that far about it. And also I did give her some cat furniture as well. So we have a cat scratcher and a little cat bed. And I didn't actually check and see if the cat stuff was functional. So I have play tested this house as usual. I checked every single thing to make sure that it was functional, except for the cat furniture. You guys, I could not be bothered to get a cat and play test that because it's hard enough to get cats to do what you want them to do anyway. So I just didn't bother with that. But yeah, I'm not sure about the cat furniture, but everything else is functional. So there's that first little area. I also did a little piano. This was mainly just because I didn't know what else to do. I was running out of decorations at this point. We also have a little microphone just for some skill building. And then over here on this wall, you guys can kind of see the entranceway a little bit better. We have a shoe rack, a coat rack, and a mirror, which is basically what I always do around an entranceway. But I also grabbed this little chicken because I noticed this object when I was doing my retirement home build. I had kind of forgot about it. It's a base game object, but I decided to put it in here because the house is called Riverside Roost and he's a rooster, I think. So I decided to use that and I thought it was cute. But that was just a little accent table. And to be honest, I was quite tired when I did that area, so it doesn't look good. But then we'll swing over here and you guys can see the dining table. So I gave her a bigger dining table so she could have company over, whether it's her family or her friend upstairs, whatever the case. I felt like she could use a little bit of a nicer, bigger table. I also like the sunflowers. You guys can see that it's a very earthy theme in here. I went with browns and yellows and I got rid of most of the blue because I felt like it didn't match, and there's definitely no red bookcase in here. But I'm gonna take you guys into the kitchen now. So I don't usually do closed off kitchens. I do really like open concept layouts, but this one was closed off originally and I couldn't really figure out how to make it open and look good. I don't know. I didn't want to put that much effort into it. So here's the kitchen. It's quite cramped, but I tried to make it really cozy and happy, and we have some aprons on the wall. I also put this little cats and dogs couch here, and it's not super practical for a kitchen, but it doesn't have to be because it's The Sims. I just want it to look pretty. I also have another little dining table in here, which seems a bit excessive. I couldn't fit the counters in here like to make a little island because it would have just been too squished together and it would have started messing with functionality, and it just would have not looked good either because it would have been too much stuff like shoved in here. So I also had to put the sink over here because it's so cramped. And then let me swing around and I'm going to show you guys the stove area, like the refrigerator and the stove. I went with this old-timey looking one. I thought that was really cute. It's a bad angle. I feel like the kitchen is cuter than this, but at this angle it doesn't look great. But yeah, there's the little kitchen, and this is functional. There's only one counter that is functional, and it's this one. Your Sim can cook in here. They just can't have someone help them cook, I think, because there's not two counters that they can use. But you can always delete the clutter if you'd like to. But we're gonna move on to the little hallway, and really quickly I'm gonna take you guys outside. It looks like it started raining, but we have a little accent table here. I made the hallway a bit shorter because I didn't feel like it needed to be 3 tiles wide, and also I think I made the kitchen a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna slide out here. I do have a little bicycle. The only reason I put the bicycle down is because I also use this little object for decoration, and then I felt like I needed an actual bicycle because I think this is a little toolbox to work on your bicycle. It's not functional, it's just decoration, so I kind of was thinking too much into it. But anyway, I don't know whose bicycle it is, but it's out there. We also have some cozy furniture. This is from Seasons, so we have some couches and it looks nice. I kept that little thing just because it was originally here, so I left that in. And then I have a bird feeder, but you can't actually fill the bird feeder because it's under a roof. So if you guys get this off the gallery and you want to actually use the bird feeder, you would have to move it down into the yard. But I just kind of used it for decoration, and it's not functional technically right there. But I don't want to move it because I feel like that's where I wanted it. So anyway, if you guys want to move it, you can. But here is the grandma's bedroom. I swapped her over to a cats and dogs bed because I absolutely love this bed. I like the quilted look of it, and it doesn't really match all the furniture because of the wood tones and everything, but I really liked it, so I went with it. Also, I went with this very bold wallpaper, but just on one wall because I couldn't commit to it because it's kind of a lot. All the rest of the wallpaper is kind of boring. But then over here we have the TV. TV. Now, I had a lot of trouble with functionality here, so I kind of had to shove the TV as far back into the wall as possible, but your Sims can walk through here and both sides of the bed are completely functional. I did check that. I had to kind of move it around a little bit to actually make it work, but it is functional now. Then over here we have the dresser, and I also put a little keepsake box from Growing Together. Now, it's not actually connected to a Sim, of course, because this is just a random build and there's no actual Sims. But in my mind, if this Sim had lost their partner, then maybe they would have a little keepsake box up or something. So I also have some of these old-timey photos, which I think are from Get Together. But also, you guys may notice that this bedroom has gotten small, and that's because I cut it in half. So let me show you what is on the other side of it now. We'll go back out into the hallway, and I made a little office for this Sim. And you guys, this is my favorite room. I know it's so cluttered and it's so messy, but it just makes me really happy, and I really like the way this one turned out. So I have a desk and I have an older computer because, like I said, it's for a grandma, and maybe she doesn't want a new computer. Maybe she knows how to use this one and she doesn't want a new one. We also have a ton of books everywhere. I have a bookcase over here, and then we have just some chairs and a little globe and some decorative diplomas as well. Like maybe this grandma teaches at university, or she goes to university. Maybe she's a career student. I don't know any of that. Like I said, you guys can decide who you want to live here. It doesn't have to be a grandma either, but I really like the office. And then out here in the hallway, I have a little seasons picture on that wall, and I'm going to take you guys into the bathroom. The bathroom's a bit smaller now because I did make some changes to the floor plan, but for the most part, it's just a bathroom. It's not that fancy. I upgraded the furniture. Is that what we would call it? I upgraded the toilet and the sink and the mirror as well to maybe that was the original mirror. I don't think it was, but anyway, it's just a bathroom. I kept the same shower because I like that shower. So now I'm going to take you guys into the bonus room. This room was not originally in the house, but because I moved the stairs, I had an extra tiny little space. I think it's 2x3 or 2x4 tiles. I don't know, it's very small. But I decided that a laundry room would kind of fit the vibe of this house, and also I wanted to put the cat stuff somewhere. It's kind of like a cat room slash laundry room. So I have one laundry basket out here because I don't actually have that anywhere else in the house. I have the cat food bowl here also. That's functional. I could test that. I just couldn't test anything else. I also put this random chair here, and it seems weird, but I was running out of ideas of what to add to this house. So I thought a nice little chair in the hallway. Also, we have another rooster because of the name of the house. And then here's our little cat tower. So we have the litter box and we have a cat tower. This is the cat part of the cat room. And then I also put these little old-timey base game pictures up. I needed some decorations and I was running out of ideas. And then we have the laundry area. Not a lot to it. Kind of simple, but effective. It is functional. And I think that's it for the first part of the house, you guys. That is the grandma's house. Or like I said, if you get this off the gallery, whoever's house you want it to be. It doesn't have to be a grandma, but that's just what I was building it for. Now we're going to go into the second unit. So we're going to go into the second door. And when you come inside, you have a hallway and stairs right in front of you. I tried to put a few little paintings, but to be honest, there was a lot of places that needed pictures and paintings, and I was kind of tired of picking out that kind of stuff. So we go upstairs to this little landing area, and I actually ended up moving the bathroom door. It now is in the unit because I feel like that makes more sense. But we do have some cats and dogs pictures over here, and then I have a little accent table. I will tell you guys that this particular mirror is not functional. It's more decorative. I couldn't make it functional because your Sims can't fit into this space. So that is not functional, but I am aware that it's not functional and I can't fix that problem. So there's plenty of mirrors for your Sims to use in this build. I put a little couch. I think this is from My First Pets. I think this is what that's from, but I thought it matched the vibe, so I used it. I also used a little trash chute. This may be Debug, I can't remember, or Live Edit, but it's from City Living. It's a little trash chute, and the only problem with this is that when I was playtesting and I got my Sim to take out the garbage downstairs, instead of going to the garbage cans that were actually in front of the house, he walked all the way up these stairs and he used this trash chute. So if you wanted to delete that, I don't blame you, but I didn't really want to delete it because I like the way it looks, and it's super convenient for this particular unit as well, for them to just be able to take their trash right there. I don't know how to get them to redirect. So anyway, you guys can decide if you want to get rid of that. Also, this little board right here is from City Living. It's one of the community boards from the apartments. It is not functional either because of the couch. But to me, it's just decorative. Like sometimes I just use stuff that is meant to be pretty and it's not actually meant to be functional. So now we're gonna go into this last bedroom. You guys, this is actually the first part of the build that I did, so this is one of my favorite areas, but I decided to keep a lot of the older furniture, even though I told you guys in my mind it was kind of a younger sim who was living here. But I was thinking that the furniture would already have been here, like move in ready, just bring your stuff. So the furniture is a bit older looking, but then like this lamp is from Growing Together. I think it's from Growing Together, but it looks a little bit more modern, and I thought, you know, that's the kind of stuff that the sim brought with them would be a little bit more modern. But there's also a lot of books, because like I said, they're very similar to the person who's living downstairs. They have a lot of the same interests. We have a TV, a little stereo, and clutter, just lots of clutter just for the ambiance. And then over here is the rest of the room. So I didn't want to do a full kitchen. This is kind of like a studio style unit. It's a bit of a studio apartment, we'll call it. I didn't want to do a full kitchen, and I didn't want to do a full living room, so everything's kind of shoved into the same room. But I did give them a mini fridge. This one is from Spa Day, but I think there is a base game option now from those unlockable rewards, if you guys got that. So if you wanted to swap it out, you could, but I just used the one from Spa Day because I like the way it looked. I put a little tea kettle from For Rent and a microwave so they can microwave food. The kitchen downstairs isn't really meant to be a community area. It's not meant to be a shared space. It's meant to be that Sim's house or whatever. I don't know how to describe it anymore, but it's not meant to be a shared space. So this Sim isn't necessarily meant to be able to go downstairs and use that kitchen. So I tried to give them a microwave so that they would have options. Also, it looks like Johnny has left food out. But now I'm going to take you guys into the bathroom. We're getting really close to being done. And this bathroom is pretty similar to the other bathroom. It's just a bathroom. I used the same bathroom stuff, like the toilet and the shower, because I felt like realistically that's probably what would have been in the house originally. Like, you don't bring your own toilet. So I felt like that furniture would have come from the original house, so it would be a bit older. Also, my bathrooms just always kind of look the same. I use the same decorations in all my bathrooms, but that's the little bathroom, and that's it except for this little balcony. I gave them a little lounger, and I used this one. This is base game, but it has this plumb bob swatch, which usually I would think was really cheesy, and I hardly ever use these swatches, but for some reason I was feeling it when I was building this. I thought it was cute. I also threw in a little flamingo, so it's a bit cheesy, but I like it. And then there's a grill. So there's no stove inside this particular unit. There's just the microwave, but they do have an option with the grill as well, so they could grill food, and they have a mini fridge that they can store it in, so they're good. I feel like that's plenty of options. I also managed to find the fire extinguisher, which this is not functional, it's just decorative, but I couldn't find it for my retirement home build, but I finally found it for this one, so I thought that was cute. But yeah, you guys, that's it. That is the Riverside Roost renovation done and complete. And even though it is not my typical style at all, I'm kind of proud of the way it turned out, and I hope you guys like it as well. So let me know what you think about it down below in the comments. I will be renovating another lot in Willow Creek soon. I don't know which lot I'm gonna do, so if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me for this build tour. I will see you guys very soon with another video, but that is all for today, so bye guys.